Happy Thursday to the Ungovernables, the Captain's Crew, the LFA family, McGroin Nation, coming to you live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome to Ungoverned. Happy Thursday to you. It's a happy Thursday to you. It is. It's a great day. It's 4 hours on 1210 WPHT this morning with that rowdy crew. That was a fun time, especially the last hour or so. With all the jerseys that started coming out, because Greg said he doesn't like the fact that grown men wear jerseys or other people's names in their back. I'm a big sports guy. So I said I'm going to change your mind. So I went from the Rivers to the 95 Fetterman jersey to the Barzell jersey to the Zach Kuntz jersey, New York Jets, and that said, you know what? Now that you found one with a funny last name, I'm in favor. There it is. So we wound up winning that case in there. Look, the Democrats are in complete and total damage control over the State of the Union. The State of the Union was wildly successful for Donald Trump. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. The State of the Union was incredibly successful for Donald Trump, period, end of story. Okay? Incredibly successful. He was in, look, you know how I feel about when something happens with the administration and we get the people, it's all 5D chess, Like I remember when last year, a year ago at this point, where you had the binders last February. Remember the binders heard around the world? And we were like, this is probably not good. And there were people, no, you're reading it wrong. And she did that to expose the bad people. No. The State of the Union, though, the actual I'm trying to phrase this properly, and I've been up for a while, so just bear with me and forgive me if I seem a little slow this morning. The chess was what Donald Trump deployed on Tuesday night at the State of the Union. What do I mean by that? Well, I made a bit about this concept, right? In the middle of August, I decided now's the time. I'm just going to record it. Trump endorses breathing. Well, we love to breathe. Breathing is a great thing. We love it. It's a tremendous job. And thank you to BM71 Meisel. Is that what that says up there? Melcel.
I'm not exactly sure, but we appreciate you.
Skipping Dan.
We don't know your name, but
I appreciate you. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Dan's, and I want you to consume his content too. So if you're coming here live, we love that. And if you're coming here later, we also love that. So I appreciate you guys.
There's room for everyone.
There really is room for everyone. Come on in, the water's fine. But thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Where was I? Oh, State of the Union. So I made the bit, right? In August. I made the bit. Trump endorses breathing. Trump endorses oxygen. It was, to be funny because there's Trump derangement syndrome out there. And I always say, if you're watching sports, right, it's like, well, if I know what pitch is coming, the batter should know what pitch is coming, right? And it's like if the experts, if the amateurs can figure it out, then the experts should be able to figure it out. Well, Trump is surrounded by people who have been immersed in politics for his entire life. Those of us on the couch, we're immersed in politics too. It's not that we're, any better or worse or whatever, but you would think that somebody, Donald Trump, who occupies the office of the president, knows how these people actually operate as he deals with them every single day. If we can kind of see it and understand the idea behind Trump derangement syndrome, then Donald Trump would be able to, basically be able to see and tell how these things are going to be able to play out as well. So the point is, in August, over the summer, I make a random day. No, there was no reason why I decided to do it. I just felt like doing it that day and making a funny video. So I sat in front of my phone and recorded the Trump endorses oxygen bit, right? a week or so or a couple of days or whatever it was after that, what did we get? We got Bobby Kennedy, we got HHS, we got Donald Trump, we got the administration coming out, and they said pregnant women do not take Tylenol when pregnant because there's a connection to autism. And you could significantly increase the chance that your child will be autistic if you expose them to too much acetaminophen, not just Tylenol, but the generic is the acetaminophen. If you expose them to acetaminophen while in the womb and even after that, right? And so what happened? Because it was Trump, and there is a cat hair that is on me somewhere. I think I got it. It was like on my big nose, and I was able to see.
Beak?
I was able to see it. It was really distracting me.
It was flying
Because Trump said don't take Tylenol. Because Trump's administration said don't take Tylenol. What happened? Literally. This isn't like a figurative statement or like something that, oh, you're just saying that. No. There were people on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Snapchat, on these social media platforms that were eating Tylenol, pregnant, eating Tylenol like it was candy. Who cares what it's going to do to the kid? Who cares what it's going to do to their body? They were doing it. Well, I'll show him. You're not showing him anything. You're poisoning yourself and you're hurting your child. You're not showing Trump. You're not doing anything to Trump. He told you not to do that. Well, I'll show him. I don't listen to kings. Okay. And so then what did we do after that? We made the bit. Donald Trump says, do not shower with your toaster. Why again? Why did we do that? Because it is ridiculous. It is a common sense thing. No, I'm not going to shower with my toaster. I can get electrocuted. I could get killed. But the whole point is, whatever Donald Trump says to do, the left will do the opposite. That's the point. And if we know how reflexive that relationship is, Trump says go, the left stops. Trump says stop, the left goes. Trump says up, the left goes down. Trump says down, the left goes up. Trump says don't take Tylenol, the left eats Tylenol. Trump says he likes to breathe, the left holds their breath. Trump says don't shower with your toaster, the left is in the shower with the toaster. We know that's the relationship, the reflexive relationship that the left has with what Donald Trump says and suggests to do. It is a mental illness. It is Trump derangement syndrome. And again, if we can point that out here and make funny bits about it, that go viral and people laugh and, oh, this is so ridiculous. But, what's funny is the comments and replies to those bits are, it's like, it's funny, it's ridiculous, but I can see this happening. Well, there you go on Tuesday night. There you go on Tuesday night. Something as similar, as non-controversial, as benign, as reasonable as the idea of standing up in support of American citizens over illegal aliens. Because it was Donald Trump who said it, the exact same relationship, the knee-jerk relationship, the polar opposite relationship, that Trump derangement syndrome, hardwired, programmed relationship in the minds of these radical leftists on Capitol Hill. Because it was Donald Trump who said it, they did the opposite, and it has backfired in the biggest way. Voters are upset about it. The media looked at that and said, really, guys? Really? That's what we're doing here? And now, look, the Democrats have embarrassed themselves before, right? This is certainly not new that the Democrats did something embarrassing. But you know how they really know they're embarrassed? When they got to send Charles Schumer, when they got to send Charles Schumer out to do a cleanup on aisle 47. when he's out in front of the cameras trying to put a spin on what that was on Tuesday night. The Democrats are in damage control mode because here's the thing. There is no going back and doing that over. It's on tape. It's all over the internet. We played it yesterday. We're going to play it again today. There's no going back. There's no redoing that. There's no retconning that. There's no memory holding that. That is going to live forever. That is going to live forever. That was one of the biggest mistakes the Democrat Party as a whole could have made on Tuesday night. You want to boycott the State of the Union and not show up? Fine. At least you're not there when he's asking you to stand in support of American citizens. But to the people who were there, who sat there, like Mark Kelly and a bunch of these other clowns, there is no going back and fixing that. You can say, well, the real reason why we did that is because we don't give in to the demands of a tyrant. You could say that all you want. There's nothing tyrannical about saying, hey, you owe it to the American citizens before anybody else. That's who you're working for. That's not tyranny. That's actually the opposite. Working for the people isn't tyranny. The Democrat Party made a... Now, look, am I telling you... What happened?
That's the way you just gave that the death stare.
I hate this thing, this cord. Because it keeps doing that. Am I telling you that this is going to win the midterms for the Republican Party? Am I going to be one of these hyper-sensationalists on the internet go, that's it, midterms are in the bag? No. There are some pretty bad warning signs that we're getting out of Texas. So far, granted, it's early voting. But so far, more Democrats have voted in the Texas Republican primary for Senate than Republicans. Granted, Election Day is on Tuesday. John Cornyn, Wesley Hunt, my pick personally is Ken Paxton. That primary, Election Day, is on Tuesday, March 3rd. But if you're getting a higher participation rate out of Democrats than Republicans in a deep red state like Texas, that's kind of not good. And we already saw what happened in that Texas special Senate district where a Democrat won for the first time in a very long time. We got to do a little bit better. Remember, what's the rule? We're going to do this on Monday, by the way. First of every month, what do we do? What do we do first of every month, Brendan?
Look up what voting, what elections are coming up.
Correct.
Gosh.
Where do I vote? Is there an election that I can vote in, and then whatever your zip code is? 11222, whatever it is. Right? We put that into Google. You could Google that. Mayor Eric Adams, we're going to be voting in the primaries. We're going to Google everything. Google. I got along with the Goo Goo Dolls. I just want you to know who I am. When everything seems to be broken, I just want you to know I got along very well with the Goo Goo Dolls. Great group. Tremendous group. They're a fantastic group. All right. The Democrats are in total damage control over Tuesday night. And there were a bunch of things on Tuesday night that went wrong. But the worst, I know there's a lot of Bongino guys in here. A lot of Bongino gals in here, right? Pop quiz to everybody. The Dan Bongino show P1s, the Ungoverned show P1s. I love this idea. What do campaigns always come down to? The two things that campaigns come down to while you're running through these campaigns. What are the two very important things? Do you remember what
sound bites and screenshots?
Snapshots and sound bites, yes.
Okay.
Snapshots and sound bites, yeah. Correct, close enough. Snapshots and sound bites. And I'm going to tell you, the snapshot of the Democrats staying seated at the State of the Union is bad in and of itself because it creates that picture of division. But the soundbite that goes along with that snapshot, why they were seated and what they were seated for. Look at how smart, by the way. Look at this smart, very smart people.
I taught them everything they know.
They're very smart people. Extremely smart people, highly intelligent, highly respected. highly fantastic. Think about it. Tremendous people.
Oh, Lady in Pink, thank you
Absolutely.
for coming today.
Lady in Pink, thank you very much for being here.
For you today.
Thank you very much, Lady in Pink. We love the pink lady. Okay? The soundbite that gets paired alongside that snapshot paints a very bad picture for the Democrats. Is this it? Is this game over? Does that mean we don't have to, exert that much effort going into the midterms? No. But they gave us a big, beautiful crate of ammunition to use against them in the midterms with that performance. All right. Let's take a quick break. We'll get to a word from our good friends over at OFP Farms. That is Oscar Foxtrot Papa Old Fashioned Polly. We love them. OFP Farms has done it again. OFP Farms is preparing to unveil their most exquisite box yet in honor of America's 250th birthday. You can pre-order their America 250 box right now. Secure this stunning limited edition box at a 20% off discount by using the code America250 at ofpfarms.com. It's a beautiful box, so beautiful, so tremendous, so beautiful. It's a beautiful box and features their finest packaging, premium products alongside custom designed elements, ensuring you will not find a more stunning box anywhere else. To pre-order your box, simply scan this QR code that I'm going to put on your screen right now. Bottom right-hand portion, it's going to pop up in just a moment. Here it is. QR code. Bottom right-hand portion of your screen. OFP Farms. You can use that to pre-order your America 250 box, or you can go to ofpfarms.com and use the code America250 for 20% off of the pre-order, or you can get 10% off of your entire order. It's a baseline 10% off of your entire order with the code SHAWN. That is again at ofpfarms.com. Promo code SHAWN for 10% off of your entire order, or you got 20% off the pre-order of the America 250 box with the promo code America250. And that is at ofpfarms.com. That's Oscar Foxtrot, papafarms.com, ofpfarms.com. Promo code Sean for 10%, promo code America250 for 20 off of the pre-order. All right. Charles Schumer, Mr. Raw Hamburger himself. Remember that was the frozen hamburger with the cheese? He was like, I know how to grill. No, you don't. Him and Nadler have the exact same voice, by the way. Schumer and Nadler. Charles Schumer.
Have we ever seen them in the same room
and
together?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
And Gerald
We
Nadler.
could have just started a fun conspiracy theory.
We could have started one, yeah. We could have. There are some really good ones out there, by the way. There are also some ridiculous ones, but there are some really good ones out there. The Democrat Party, Charles Schumer, and all of them, they are in damage control. Why are they in damage control? Well, I'm going to play this clip from Tuesday night so we can refresh our memories as to what was this awful. This is one of the worst moments, I think, in State of the Union history. Watch this.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Snapshots and sound bites, guys. And Mark Kelly sitting there like cranky Bernie, No, I will not accept anything until we have $44 an hour minimum wage. The number keeps going up, by the way. But you saw Mark Kelly sitting there. It just doesn't look good. Why? It's like, why is he sitting there like that? Oh, Trump asked him to stand up and say that his first duty is for American citizens over illegal aliens. And you go, what? Wait, he doesn't even support that? Now, of course, the Democrats are going to try and come out here and explain themselves now. And they wouldn't be coming out here and trying to explain themselves if they didn't think they had to, right? It's very important. Understand this. The Democrats wouldn't be coming out and explaining themselves over what we saw on Tuesday night when Donald Trump asked, if you support this, stand up. The government's first duty is to American citizens, not illegal aliens. All the Democrats remain seated. If the Democrats didn't think they'd have to come out and try and clean this up, they wouldn't be trying to clean this up. They know that was an awful moment for them, a very bad moment for them, a possibly catastrophic moment for them. And that is why Chuck Schumer is out in front of cameras in damage control mode saying this.
Republicans have said they're going to cut campaign ads with the moment last night when Democrats remained seated when President Trump said, stand if you support Americans over illegal immigrants. Why didn't Democrats stand?
Of course we support Americans. We're not going to be a prop in Donald Trump's little show.
We're not going to be a prop. That's your excuse? We're not going to be a prop? That is exactly why Donald Trump did what he did. That is why I was able to successfully make the bit that was well received by so many people. Trump endorses breathing. We love to breathe because if I say breathe, you're going to hold your breath. That is why I was able to make a very successful bit. Don't shower with your toaster. You're going to get shocked because you're going to get a bunch of people who take a shower with their toaster. That is why after Trump said, if you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol, pregnant women started chugging Tylenol to stick it to Donald Trump. Chuck Schumer looks at this as being a prop. You're not being a prop. You're just sending a message to the American people. Hey, on this, we can unite and we can have common ground. We support you over illegal aliens. They couldn't even do that. And Schumer's only excuse is, well, we didn't want to be a prop, as if to say, well, we're not going to give in to Trump's demands because it's Trump and we don't give in to his demands. You weren't being a prop. And if you knew you did the right thing, you wouldn't be out in front of cameras trying to justify why you did the thing that you know is wrong.
Now, I don't know the answer to this question, so that's why it's a real question. Would it be considered treason because they're choosing foreigners over Americans?
Technically, no.
Okay.
Unless the foreigner is a member, like a citizen, of a country with whom the United States is actively at war with.
So there has to be a war.
The general treason statute has only been successfully prosecuted when the United States was at actual war with somebody. The last treason...
Could it be considered war because it's an invasion? It was
technically
an invasion.
not.
Okay.
Because I think the last successful prosecution for treason was... it might have been a Japanese American citizen or something. Someone gave aid and comfort to the enemy. The enemy was Japan, and it was in World War II. Okay. That was the last time treason was successfully prosecuted. That's why when the Russiagate stuff came out and everyone was saying Obama committed treason and Hillary committed treason and all this is treason, colloquially, socially, yes. Gotcha. By all means, we use the word treason. Legally, no. It would be conspiracy, though. You could, when one or two people are involved, conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to violate civil rights, conspiracy to violate your oath, et cetera, things of that nature. But
breaking the oath wouldn't be treason, but it would still be.
Breaking the oath is not technically treason, no. Okay. I don't even know if breaking your oath of office is actually a prosecutable crime. But there are if you give, for example, if you give aid to illegal aliens, there is a statute, concealing illegal aliens or abetting the illegal aliens or facilitating, illegal immigration, things of that nature, or again, conspiracy to commit immigration crimes. So there's all those things. But treason is very specific. Treason has only been successfully prosecuted when you're dealing with somebody in our country giving aid or comfort or material support to a person or persons or a party with whom we are currently at war with.
Redneck makes a great point. We're still at war with toxic masculinity. So
that's
technically,
right. Yeah. Well,
we're at
we will address the toxic masculinity in just a second.
Right,
Redneck.
thank you for clearing that up.
Redneck understands also masculinity because he has a very masculine beard. It rivals that of Corey, Papa OFP Farms.
Oh, does he?
He's got a beard and a half.
That's cool.
It's nice. So I hope Redneck goes on to, and this is me putting pressure, but I'm just being silly. I hope he's tried the Outlaw Beard Oil. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying, this is not long by any stretch, but it's longer than what I usually leave it as. And it got really itchy last week. It was like really bothering me. I was scratching like crazy. I was like a dog, And then I put the Outlaw on. How did I kink my neck doing that? Getting old. Okay. I put the Outlaw beards and it made all the itchiness go away.
Sean threw his back out the other day just
squatting from the fire pit, standing up. Not good. Not good. We're off the rail. Off the rails here. All right. So that's where we are. The Democrats are in complete and total damage control mode. You know why else they're in damage control mode? Because it's not just conservative. Again, Schumer's not out in front of cameras if he doesn't think he has to be cleaning up this massive mistake that they made. The Democrats have been admitting that they've been making mistakes. Really, you just got to read between the lines here and decode what they're saying. This is why, what I'm about to play for you, is why the Democrats are like, oh, sugar honey iced tea. This is bad news. Will Cain, who's a host on Fox News, is very good, by the way. I don't love everybody over at Fox News, but Will Cain is phenomenal. I think he does a fantastic job. Will Cain had a focus group of voters, and he asked them about that specific moment at Tuesday's State of the Union. And this is what one of these voters said. Now, by the way, this scares the crap out of Democrats, not just because of the fact that a voter is saying it, but because the Democrats love to play the identity politics game. And this woman happens to be a quote unquote woman of color. Watch this.
The way I viewed it last night watching it is that they gave a middle finger to the oath of office that they took. In fact, their new oath of office is oppose Trump. On anything, on any situation, the one thing that they seem to want to come together on is to oppose Trump. Trump could find a cure for cancer and they would find a reason to disagree with it. Yeah. And I don't know if that is just their strategy to get them through the midterm or whatever, but I think that if it's just about opposing Trump, I don't think that the people that elected them sent them there to do that. Number one, it is about the American people first. You got to take care of home. You got to take care of your family before you can take care of or try to help to take care of someone else's.
That scares the crap out of Democrats because in their eyes, a black female voter should not be saying those things about them. And she's not alone. The Democrats are in damage control mode. They are rattled. Take the clip. It's all over social media. I don't care where you get it. I don't care if you share my posts about it. I don't care if you clip my show about it. I want to win elections. Take the clip of the Democrats sitting when Donald Trump said, stand if you support this statement. The duty of the U.S. government is to the American citizen, not the illegal alien. That's common sense. That's not unreasonable. It's not racist. It's nothing. It's common sense. It's the truth. It is the unadulterated, unencumbered, unfettered truth. No strings attached. and share that clip every single day. Because for a while it was, oh, you're just saying that. You're just saying the Democrats like the illegal aliens more than Americans. I'm not just saying it. They said it. They did it. All of them. Mark Kelly was sitting there. I'm not standing in support of the American people because Trump asked me to. So you're just gonna ignore your constituents? Why? Because Trump said you shouldn't? Trump's not the one who wrote the Constitution. It's your freaking job. You're a public servant. It's your freaking job. Do you know how bad this is for them? Do you know how bad this is for them? It is bad. Bad Moon is having an episode. Are we?
But that's normal.
Are we in?
No, we're not even there. We're 4 away.
What do we?
He needs to honk his
you
own
need,
hog.
You need to honk your own hog and get us over the like thing before you start going berserk. In the chat, going berserk. He's going crazy.
Grip.
Going crazy. Yeah, get a grip and honk your hog. All right? All right. I'm sure when I'm done with this bit, this little break here, we will be in hog honking territory. Before we honk our hogs, folks, we got to get to a word from our good friends over at Silent. We love it. Everyone loves the silence thing, which is great. Okay. Bad Moon says he almost pulled it off, and I don't know what he means. All right. Gotta be careful with it. Gotta be careful when you're honking your hug. You gotta be very careful. Be very careful about it. Could you have a big problem?
Detachable.
Could take a.
It's my.
You lost mic privileges for that. There we go. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's unbelievable. Bad Moon, huh? Something you want to tell us, man? Is Bad Moon trans?
Batty Moon might be.
What did you just say?
Batty Moon.
Batty?
You know how they're like, oh, Batty.
Oh, I don't know about Batty. No, I've never heard that.
A Batty is like a hot girl.
We're off. Shayna. His name is Shayna.
Shayna.
There you go.
Shauna.
There you go. All right. Let's take a quick break. Get to a word from our friends over at Silent. It is slnt.com/Sean, slnt.com/Sean, as we rescue this show from the rails. Silent.com, slnt.com/Sean. Let's face it, your phone is a tracking device between government agencies, big tech, corporate data brokers, even those pesky cyber criminals. They're all fighting for a piece of your digital footprint, and they don't ask, guys and gals. They just go on and take it. That is why Silent exists. They make the Faraday gear that blocks all wireless signals, including cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, RFID, and near-field communications. You know what no signal means? It means no tracking, no remote access, and no breadcrumbs. It's the same technology trusted by special operations teams around the world, used to block signals, avoid surveillance, and secure communications wherever the mission leads. And right now, it is available to you to protect your family, protect your freedom, and secure your digital footprint. Just drop your phone in a Silent Faraday sleeve, and it is off the grid, completely silent, and invisible to the outside world. From their backpacks to their sleeves to their crossbody, Silent's patented technology gives you total control of your privacy. Visit slnt.com/Sean, that's SHAWN, to save 15% and get free shipping on qualifying orders. That is Silent, slnt.com/Sean. Protect your rights, secure your data, and stay one step ahead. Silent.com, say it with me. Say it with me. Silence the chaos and go silent today. Silent.com/SHAWN, slnt.com/SHAWN. Winky says Mark Kelly looked like he was just put in timeout. He did.
I think Winky's a little behind.
Let's watch Mark Kelly right now. Let's see what at the end here. Let's see where he's sitting. Let's see. Let's see if Mark Kelly looks like he was in timeout. It does. Here it comes. Where are you, Mark Kelly? There he is. I got put in timeout. Look at that. Yeah, he does look like he was put in timeout. I said it was like the Cranky Bernie meme. That's one of my favorites back then. No. All right.
Oh, Redneck bought an SLNT, the Silent crossbody man bag. That's cool.
Very good. Hopefully he likes it. There it is. Look at that. This is Mo We honked our hedgehog, and we didn't pull it off. All right, there it is, Bad Moon. Good stuff.
Ours isn't detachable.
Yeah, it's not a detachable
You go
bow.
flying.
You
You
flying.
can't lose it.
All right. Let's go. There's a big story. I don't know if you guys heard about this. This is a big one. This is a big one. Did you hear about this? The Biden FBI apparently subpoenaed phone records of Kash Patel and Susie Wiles. And folks, there might be some really criminal activity here that took place with this story. The great Will Chamberlain, who I was on the radio with last week, had a bit of a take on this story. So apparently, Biden's FBI subpoenaed phone records between Susie Wiles and her lawyer, which that's not good, lawyer-client confidentiality. So here's what Will Chamberlain had to say about this story. Will Chamberlain, very smart guy. As I said, I was on the radio with him. This is his analysis of this. Come on now. This is his. Come on now. 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 Okay.
It's gonna go across the room.
It's not working. I don't know what's going on here. This stupid computer. So it's not doing what it's doing. Let's see. Did I do that? There we go. Here it is. Will Chamberlain on X right there. You see it. Now you finally see it. He said, everyone's buried the lead here. It's not just that the FBI subpoenaed Kash and Susie's phone records. The FBI surreptitiously recorded a phone call between Wiles and her lawyer. Even worse, the lawyer knew the FBI recorded the conversation and did not tell Susie Wiles. Chamberlain in the replies here, and he's a very smart guy. Elon even jumped in the replies and was shocked there. It could be grounds for disbarment. Somebody said they could sue. Chamberlain said civil liability is just the start. Criminal wiretapping is on the table. 18 U.S. Code Section 2511. Okay. I asked, does one party versus two party consent laws play a role here? In the case of Wiles' lawyer, it would be an attorney-client privilege communication. The privilege belongs to the client. Only Susie Wiles can waive the privilege. And Susie Wiles didn't know. So was the Biden FBI doing Spygate 2.0 here? Because this is a very disturbing story. And this, again, midterms, right? If you hand power back to the Democrats, you will get more of this right here. That's what you're going to get. Right there, you're going to get more of it. Don't give them power. You can't trust them with power. All right. Let us, you guys know how much I love the hockey team. Right?
Oh, yeah.
The Team USA. It has been such a great story. And what's been even crazier about it is the negativity of some, not all, but some, especially on the left. But there's been a little bit on the right. Oh, Kash Patel drink beer in the locker room. Okay. Kash Patel drank a beer in the locker room. And what's your point? What's the problem? What's the problem? You guys know what's happening in Los Angeles in 2028? Do you know what major global event is coming to Los Angeles in 2028?
The Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Wow, how did I know that?
Interesting. The Olympics. Okay. Is that where the U.S. women's hockey team were just recently? The Olympics?
Yeah.
They weren't in Los Angeles. They were in Italy, but they were at the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kash Patel does what again? What is his job?
Oh, he's the FBI director.
Correct. Director of the FBI. Okay. Do you think maybe Kash Patel would want to maybe visit the Winter Olympics in Italy to get an idea of the security footprint, best practices, because the United States in 2 years is going to be hosting an Olympics of their own. Kash will most likely still be the director of the FBI because Donald Trump will still be the president, so Kash wouldn't be fired unless he resigns, but he's probably not going to resign. Don't you think it would be kind of good for the FBI to, put together a preliminary plan.
Yeah.
So he visits, Italy, and he
called
goes.
research.
Now, Kash, yes, is openly a hockey fan. He doesn't hide it. He plays ice hockey. He's an Islander fan. Let's go, Islanders. Okay. He's an Islander fan. Okay. But he grew up in Garden City, grew up on Long Island. That's irrelevant. Point of the matter is, he's in Italy. There were meetings scheduled. He's friends with the general manager of Team USA, the men's team. They won. He was invited in. He went in. He drank a beer. He connected him to the president. Oh, it's unprofessional. He's acting like a frat boy. Shut up. Just shut up. Everyone's still attacking the men's hockey team. Hey, let me play this one for you. Here's a liberal woman. She's all tatted up. And just listen to this. They cannot, remember, this is the party of joy. They cannot feel joy. They cannot celebrate anything that happens to this country that is positive if it's under this president, because then they have to give Trump credit. Then they have to admit that things feel good, and they can't admit that things feel good. Look at this crazy liberal woman. This is Libs at TikTok. Look at this crazy liberal. She's just going on and on and on and on about why hockey now is essentially the devil. Watch.
I do love that we all loved heated rivalry. I do think it did a little bit of damage because I think that we all kind of maybe collectively forgot that hockey is one of the most, if not the most, conservative sports with the most conservative fan base. This isn't anything new. I would say it's comparable to golf or lacrosse, but here's the thing, okay? Hockey, I don't know if you guys have seen the USA national team. Everybody's white. Everybody on the team is white. Everybody affiliated with the team is white. All the coaches are white. There is not a lot of people of color in that space. And a huge draw to hockey is it's violent. You are encouraged to be violent. The fans love to watch the violence. The players love to enact violence. What type of ideology do you think a white man that comes from insane amounts of wealth for his entire life that has these violent tendencies, what type of ideology do you think that they lean towards? Obviously they were on the phone with Trump making fun of the women's team because that's what violent rich white men do. That's what their favorite thing to do is to make fun of women and shit on women that are doing the same thing, if not better than they are. And they were all creaming in their fucking pants because they were on the phone with their dad. It's so I don't know.
Violent, rich, white men, they're just hockey players. Nothing's there, by the way. Okay. So, I don't know what that's about. They're just hockey players. Violent, rich, white men? Are we serious now? I will continue to quote the great Speak in our chat. Okay? I will continue to, you know what? We should have just let them eat the Tide Pods. We should have just let them eat the Tide Pods.
Selection.
Are you saying you want your political opponents dead? No. I'm just saying the next time I see a liberal eating a Tide Pod, I'm not going to encourage them. I'm just going to, oh, wow, look at that. A bird. Who's eating a...
That's New York 101. You mind your own business.
Look the other way. Yeah. Look the other way. Goodbye. Rich, white, rich. First of all, hockey, some of the most underpaid athletes in the country. Granted, they make a lot of money. The league minimum is $770,000. Okay? So they make a lot of money. But when you look at the highest salary in football, it's $60 million average annual value. And in hockey, it's $18 million. Okay, so the ceiling is much higher in some of these other sports. Basketball, baseball, these contracts are crazy. Rich, not to say these guys aren't wealthy. They are. They have a talent that not a lot of other people have. But, it's rich, white, and violent. Okay, got it. Cool. Here's an ESPN. It was an ESPN radio host called the Team USA hockey team, sad little pawns, all because they spoke to Donald Trump. Again, this is Trump derangement syndrome. These guys went out there and fought and clawed and represented our country. By the way, they represented our country perfectly. There was no off the ice controversy. There was, wait. Here's an even better one with the hockey team. All, like, for example, Jack Hughes. Did Jack Hughes say anything political?
Nope.
Anything? Did the Kachuk brothers say anything political? Yeah, they may have said, we love our president, whatever. He's the president of the country. They probably would say the same thing about whoever the president is. I don't know. But did you hear any comments from anybody on the men's, or for that matter, the women's hockey team that were political in nature? All I kept hearing from USA hockey team players, these Olympic players, was, we're proud to represent our country. It's an honor to represent America. Thank you for the support. There was nothing political. These people could all be liberals. I don't know. They probably aren't. But folks, there was nothing political about it. Nothing. Saying you love the country isn't political. Saying you're proud to represent the country isn't political. Saying it's an honor to represent the country isn't political. Saying it's a dream to represent the country isn't political. Playing hockey isn't political. Winning isn't political. Nothing that these guys talked about was even remotely political. It was just down the middle. I love America. I'm happy we won. The team is thrilled. It's been an honor. We're so excited. Thank you. That is all anybody has been saying. Nothing political.
Those are the people that think drinking milk is political.
Exactly. We talked about this yesterday or 2 days ago. This whole milk is racist garbage. Listen to what this ESPN radio host said. I'm going to actually... We're going to listen to this because it's a long clip, but there's a link to right where he starts talking. All right? Listen to what this ESPN radio host says. If I can, here we go. Here, listen.
It looks like other players then were there.
Go ahead.
He's reacting to the players of the State of the Union. They're chanting USA. This is obviously going to trigger this guy. State of the Union live reactions with Rosenberg. The Ebro Laura Rosenberg show and Rosenberg
so
Radio.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing, he called it.
Shouts to
It's
Edwin,
the first time
587.
I've ever seen them get up.
Shouts to Edwin 587.
And actually, not
salute
all of them
Louis,
did
Devlin,
get up.
And Rosenberg. What up, man?
They
Appreciate
beat
you
a
for that. That's very
fantastic
kind.
Canadian
Real
team in
U5
overtime,
Welcome
as
to
everybody saw,
Washington.
as
Give
did
the right, hate
the
you,
American
rivalry, but how
women,
they love
who will
hockey.
soon be.
All right, that's enough. He said it was embarrassing. And here's the full quote. Quote, you all decided to go all the way full on props for the president, Rosenberg said. You pawns, you sad little pawns. What are you doing? And you guys will probably get to live a white, cushy, privileged enough life that you'll never even have to answer for how embarrassing this is to do. They won a gold medal and they were honored for winning the gold medal. That's not embarrassing. It's incredible. Oh, I know. White, cushy. Do you think the life of a hockey player is cushy? The dude has no teeth in the front of his freaking mouth. He took a stick to the face. Cushy? What do you think? This guy's a professional video game player? He sits there that he doesn't have to work. These guys don't work hard? They play professional hockey. It's one of the most physical sports in the world. Cushy? Let me see you on skates. We've seen me on skates. It ain't pretty. I still got a bruise on my ass from when I fell. A cushy job. Listen, I'm not telling you these guys aren't played well, but to say that playing hockey is a cushy job, these guys dive in front of hockey pucks that are being shot at over 90 miles an hour to keep it from going in their net. These guys take pucks to the face, sticks to the face. Sometimes they get skates to the throat. That's happened. They're getting thrown up into the boards. They're getting knocked on their asses on the ice. It's one of the most physical games. And he got cushy. Why? Because you don't like the president? So now you're going to say that what? That playing hockey is easy? Are you kidding me? All because they don't like Trump. All because they don't like Trump. What a joke. You can't even celebrate American athletes representing the country and winning at the Olympics. You have to focus on the fact that the president, who you don't like, is honoring them. Well, you know what? If the men's hockey team won and Barack Obama was the president, or Joe Biden was the president, or Bill Clinton was the president, or whoever was the president, I'm still saying, hell yeah, go USA. Because I'm not a jackass blinded completely by partisan politics, and I can still celebrate my country when something good happens. What a joke. What a joke. All right, we come back, we'll honk the MAGA hog. We got to get to a word from our friends over at goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. LFA. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
I'm sure by now you've heard that silver went up 160% last year, 2025. I bought this silver for $22 an ounce. It's now worth almost $100. And we and experts think that silver is going to get up to about $200 an ounce. Palladium and platinum were stuck at $900 an ounce for like over a year, or in that area. Now they're up over $2,000. Gold is approaching $5,000 an ounce. If you have ever thought about putting some or all of your retirement or nest egg or savings or just buying bullion in precious metals, now's the time to do it. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. That's goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Go leave your name, your email, and your phone number. Schedule a time to talk to the folks over at Golden Crest Metals. Get your free gold guide today, and make sure you tune in on Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the Crest Report, where we dive deep into precious metals, why they're doing what they're doing, and where we expect them to go. It is like insider trading. Nancy Pelosi knows about that. We don't. It's just inside information. It's not even really that. It's called knowledge. Get yours today and get a part of gold, silver, palladium, and platinum and diversify your portfolio today. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
All right, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Okay, MAGA Mo, yes, right? Whoa! He's even spicy right now. There you go. That's it. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. And MAGA Mo right there. We got to 900. All right. Finally, the snow Mexicans are not happy. Canada. A Canadian. By the way, a timeout. Do you remember the meme?
Oh, yeah.
That Trump posted?
Yeah.
And they said, well, you're comparing black people to monkeys. That's racist. Granted, it's not a nice thing to do.
Trump didn't make it either.
He didn't make it. It's not a nice thing to do. I understand that people are offended by that. No one seems to get mad when Paul Ryan is compared to a monkey. Right? No one seems to get mad when I say, Nancy Pelosi. You know, she spits when she speaks. You need a windshield wiper. Shut up! Get the teeth.
Shut up.
Their teeth are rebelling. There they are. They're going to go off over here probably. No, not too bad. A snow Mexican newspaper called the Team USA hockey player monkeys. Whoa, 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 whoa. If it's bad to call one group of people monkeys, it's got to be bad to call everybody monkeys, right? Because that's what's the word? Equality looks like, isn't it? The Canadian newspaper, The Globe and Mail, referred to members of the Team USA Olympic hockey squad as monkeys in a column published after their gold medal victory over Canada and appearance at President Donald Trump's State of the Union. Quote, "It was only as they filed into the chamber inside Washington's Capitol building on Tuesday night, surrounded by hooting politicians, that it seemed to occur to Team USA what they had gotten themselves into," the piece began. "This was a zoo. They were the monkeys." If they said that about a basketball team, it would be game over for this newspaper, wouldn't it? If there was one black player on that team, it would be game over for the newspaper. But because it's apparently okay to compare white people to animals, no problem, right? By the way, I don't think that's offensive. I think it's stupid. I don't think it's offensive. I don't think we should be canceling anything. But are we playing by the same set of rules here for everybody? No. And that's the problem. Finally, I just want to give a shout out to the great Bob Hoge over at Red State. He has done this before, and he did it again yesterday, which is probably how you know the news cycle's just a little slow.
Yeah.
If you're writing about me.
No, you are news.
But obviously, on Tuesday, I went on the great Dan Bongino show, and a big shout out to Dan and the entire Silverlock team and producer Jen and everybody over there. Everybody. People seem to really like the interview. They love the Trump impersonation origin story. That video is doing very well on Instagram and Facebook. Bob Hoge wrote an article last night, the huge, great, terrific story behind the rise of a top Trump impersonator. Thank you, Bob Hoge over at Red State. I really appreciate it. You've written some really cool pieces about, he covered the DT McCall situation here after the Tennessee Star blew that story up, as they always do, the Tennessee Star. He's written about me in the past before. One of the lines in the article is, "I've written about Sean Ferris before because he's funny as hell." Appreciate you, Bob. And again, shout out to Dan Bongino. You don't even understand the size of that man's audience, the amount of messages and interaction. Like, "I just saw you on Bongino. I haven't heard from you in years." This, that, and the other. It's just been a whirlwind. So thank you to Bob and to everybody who has commented on that or said something about it. Jeremy Harrell is up next here on rumble.com/LFA TV. Folks, before you go, make sure you are subscribed to our audio podcast. If you listen on audio, it's anywhere you get your podcast, search the word Ungoverned. If you are listening currently on audio, go to rumble.com/LFA TV and hit the subscribe or follow button. That is where the video portion, the video element and edition of our show lives. Rumble.com/LFA TV. Jeremy Harrell is up next with Live from America. As President Trump says, we will never give up, we will never give in, and we will never ever surrender. If all else fails, we'll just become ungovernable. Thank you. God bless you. God bless this one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Newsmax later at 6:30 with Carl Higbee, and back tomorrow morning, 7:45 to 9:45 on 1210 WPHT, and here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Phone call second half of the show. Jeremy Harrell up next. Thank you for your attention to this matter.